Oh, found it. Good.
Real. I mean, I'm missing, but it's...
Oh god, someone just posted the most apropos meme in another Discord, and I'm about to share it with you guys.
Why is Rhiannon in space?
Because she wanted to be. Let her live her life in space.
That background is better than just my like oven in the background and all that stuff. So I'm in space. It's pretty up here.
In space.
Reminds me of like what's the why am I Blade Runner. Jesus.
Jesus.
I never saw that.
Not Jesus.
Jesus.
Or Jesus.
no.
I never saw Jesus either, though.
On that happy note, after a well-timed meme, when we last left off, you had awoken in the quiet Monacalan town of Inmina, a place nestled at the base of one of the many mountains that make up the High Maw Range, and a place that cycles between climates based on the time of day. You had set out to try and learn more about this place and what might be happening within it. You visited a multi-function building to speak with a tiefling woman named Temerity, who appreciated your warning about coming danger, but didn't think it was any target to worry about. When she tried to sneak away, you followed her to the Baron's home, a man named Baron von Baron, and learned that the news you shared had reached him, and found him anxious for the children of his town. Children who are said to be blessed and marked by Nolgia, the goddess with connection to Inmina. The Baron gave you full permission, in written form, to do what you need to do in the interest of protecting the children. With that grant, you've headed back out into the streets to figure out your next steps. Some of you are enjoying pastries from the nearby bakery. Some of you are shaking off the sensation of having been a spider. What are you doing?
Oh, shit.
I'm going to just quietly side-eye a pastry of no one in particular.
I will gently offer, without making eye contact, the pastry that I have saved specifically for this moment.
I will take it and say
What kind of
thank you.
pastry was it, Laura?
Turned away.
It's a bear claw. It's absolutely a bear claw. It's like a drug deal. I'm just like,
I will take out a pocket sausage and put it in Solace's hand in exchange for the bear claw.
Yeah. She will totally pour it in her pocket. Yeah.
Hard
yeah.
pocket
Lint.
sausage.
Sand.
Gonna save
Yeah.
that for later.
It might have gently cooked in their pocket while we were in the desert. Who knows?
Oh my
How long
god.
has
so
it been in your
gross.
pocket?
I don't know. I didn't
Okay,
check
you know what,
which
that's fair.
pocket sausage it was.
That's fair. That's fair. There's all pocket sausages are beautiful.
You just eat them really fast. You don't think about it. And I will start eating my bear claw.
I'm waiting for when we're stuck, like trapped in a dungeon with no food for 2 days, and we're just like, huh, how deep in the pockets do we go?
It wouldn't even take 2 days for Darby. I'm saying a couple hours. And they're going to be like, well.
I guess
I
Darby
guess this
runs
is-
out of food after 2 hours and just lays down and waits to die.
When I die, you can all eat me first. Okay, bye.
I think it will be soon.
Anyway, I'm just going to stuff my face with pastry now.
Okay. You are stood in the middle of a dusty, one-road street. There are people moving about you, mostly just going about their days. It's starting to warm up. It's not as bitingly cold, but there is still the distinct chill in the air. Winter.
We have a permit now, by the way, to do whatever we need to do. It's a very broad permit. From Baron von Baron to Baron. Baron.
Which
Baron
does
von Baron. The Baron.
which does beg the question what it is we're supposed to be doing next.
Didn't you want to
When
check on the
is
children?
close?
We've got like 2 days? Today and tomorrow? A day? How many days?
That's assuming that he's not planning on murdering someone before he comes to meet us.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Never mind. The video I watched was not last session, apparently, because I'm
I
like,
don't
oh
think-
fuck.
The
don't
last one
think-
was posted.
No.
one got posted, that's-
Okay.
I've got it. I just have to post it.
It's
then
okay.
I meant to
I
watch
just
it
watched one today.
I meant to watch it today, and then I didn't.
I think mine exploded, so.
Yeah, I did watch it, but I thought it was the last session I was watching, and it was not. So I'm like,
All right,
I
you've
think-
got time to compare notes.
I think we have 2 days. I think. Like this current day and then tomorrow. Unless I'm wrong, but that's what I think.
I mean, it's the only guess we've got, so I'm sure it's fine.
If we're going to check on children, what exactly are we saying? Looking for? Because I can't imagine it's going to be all that not suspicious walking up on children and being like, "Hi, do you have magical powers or have really weird dreams?"
I think we're gonna help out at the daycare.
I think we're going to
Offer
the
help
daycare.
with
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not just going to be approaching children in the street. That would be insane. But
The daycare.
yes, that the Merity works at, right?
I
You
remember.
can just approach children in the street. Yeah, to talk to an adult first that knows the child.
You also, just to reiterate, can't just ask someone why they are a mailman while we're talking about it.
That was so long ago.
But I've not stopped thinking about it since.
It's
it
the
happened.
only thing Dobby's ever
Well,
forgotten in their
it's the
whole
same-
life. The only thing.
Maybe you shouldn't go smacking the children of that said mailman belongs to.
What?
I'm confused too. What?
Who slapped children?
I slapped the mailman. What do you mean?
did, and that was Otto's said adopted child friend.
Coney, you can't go around slapping children either.
Damn it! How else am I
I'm just
supposed to
going
get
keep
answers?
eating my bear claw. How are we feeling? I talked to the Baron for about 5 minutes, but should we talk to him more? I don't know if there's more that we should talk to him about. Other than trying to explain the situation and get this permit, and I just hold it up with my other hand and offer it to someone else because I should probably not be holding on to this.
It's gonna get greasy.
And no, it'll just get crumpled up and dirty. Yeah, it'll get greasy.
I'm a fan of keeping documents. I'll take the document.
Yeah, it does seem like a you
Yeah.
thing. I'm not gonna
There you
lie.
go.
I figured Bitcoin would take it.
Permit from Baron von Baron the Baron. What does it say exactly? Like, is there a rough
Is it just, like-
estimation?
I thought I'd written it down somewhere, but I've been looking this entire time.
I like to imagine it's just like that permit that Ron Swanson has in Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
It just says I can do whatever I want.
In your
I
big
think
cat,
that
you
is-
did say that it was a permit that allowed us to investigate at our discretion whatever means that we may need.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it said, like, please allow
It-
them to blah, whatever.
I swear I put it. Matt,
Did you send it to me?
I looked.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I sent it to someone. Can't remember who. I'll find it. But it is essentially a permit that, or it's. I say permit officially. It is a letter, requesting that Temerity allow you to do whatever you need to do, in order to help keep the children safe.
Hmm.
And it was signed with a name.
What's the name? Baron von Baron the Baron?
It should have been.
Was it not?
That's why I'm trying to find it.
Does this make us part of the law in this town now?
I wouldn't go that far.
We are the law.
I don't want to be the law. I just do not want that.
Yes, same.
With our checkered past, with the law, maybe we should not be part of it.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we haven't been arrested.
Well,
Most
not
of us-
all of us
Not
have
Most
been
of
all
us
arrested.
have been arrested. Yeah, it's true. Most
Who on earth had no?
of us have been on the right side of the law.
Well, in his defense, it wasn't entirely his choice.
And
No,
then
I
you know
think the time that they're talking about was.
I think that was the day. Yeah, I think.
I think that was his.
And
I
then
mean,
the
if we're
other
talking about
times-
Ormershire,
But it's okay. It's fine. We're fine. Everything is above board. We
it was a very long time. It was like 3 months ago. A lot's happened since then.
I'm just staying silent.
I don't know, my mind's crap. I only remember Realm going to jail because the stupid voice in his head made him do dumb shit.
Nah, there was a time when Realm just decided to steal things. I'm fairly certain and got arrested.
It was very
didn't-
early.
Where?
Ormershire.
It was the one in Ormershire. He
We had
wasn't.
to go bail him out.
He was.
But that's because the voice made him try and steal.
He was heavily encouraged to do it
Yeah.
by the voice, and he decided to listen. But it didn't make him do it. He did decide to listen.
Okay, got you. Feel like I'm out hunting in the wilderness in Red Dead Redemption.
Maybe you are.
Are you?
Right now. Not paying attention to you guys at all. I'm in the snowy plains, just hunting down some deer.
And then you
That
flip
sounds
your
like
horse
Laconia.
And then I
and
flip.
launch the deer off a cliff.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
That is part of it.
Yeah.
And it's a fun game of getting it back up the mountain.
So,
Well,
uh,
do we?
daycare?
So it's early in the morning, probably 2 days before Klaus, and we told Baron von Baron the Baron that we're gonna go to a daycare and watch some kids for a while.
Mhm.
Okay.
You didn't tell the Baron that. You just said that you wanted to help and would be willing to do whatever you had to.
I see. And then one of us came up with the idea of going to
It
a
was,
daycare.
yeah, the idea of going to the daycare didn't really start to take root until you all started talking about it.
Do we have any way to track any trace of Klaus?
Um,
I mean, I wonder if the artifacts are linked in such a way that if we tracked one artifact, perhaps the others might appear.
I feel like if
Haven't
it was
tried.
that easy, they would have all been gathered already.
What?
You're probably right. It was just a thought.
That's not a bad thought. I just have to think that if that is something that we could do, I have to imagine that someone else would have done it.
And I
And-
don't know if find a person is something we have access to right
Well, that only works for 1,000 feet.
Could we just message him and say, hey, where are you? He seems like he's going to be very forthcoming. Considering
want
he's
him
coming
to-
to meet us.
Do we want him to know that we're already here, though?
now. I mean, we're
I-
in his rooms.
We could lie.
Some of us can lie. Some of us cannot lie very convincingly.
It just...
I'm just also throwing it out there.
I
Not.
don't know.
It's not a bad idea. It's something to consider. Trying.
Well, one thing at a time. What are we doing?
I think Kaylee's still looking for
The permit.
the permit.
Hmm.
No, I was getting mad at something else.
Is it the
It's
music
fine.
bot?
It was the fucking music bot.
Yeah. Okay, so we go to the daycare to get to see the children.
Or just to, keep an eye out around the daycare, make sure no one's being strange or suspicious. If we're pretty sure the children are, we haven't fully established that the children are the chosen. I don't know if there's anyone else though that we.
I
wonder if it's like the magic that spreads over this town sort of is the chosen kind of thing, because it protects the land and the children are born with whiskers or
I did. Yeah,
whisker
I
like
did suggest that.
markings. My apologies, not actual whiskers.
Yeah, I
Bearded
did
kids
suggest
running
that
around.
maybe it's the whole town that's chosen.
So what, Klaus is just going to burn it to the ground?
I don't know. I could be wrong. There could actually be one chosen.
Oh, there's a oh yeah, well, it still comes down to like looking for a specific person.
I have a weird baseless hunch.
Oh.
But I don't know. I think I just have a weird feeling about the Baron. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling. I don't know why. I just have a weird feeling about that
I
guy.
would say
The Baron
perhaps
is
you
the
could try
chosen?
spy.
I don't know.
Sorry, Laura.
No, you're good. I mean, what do we really know about him? We could ask a little more about him, I suppose.
I remember nothing about him
We could.
except his name.
I would say we could try spying on him, but it seems that
He
weren't very secretive.
is pretty much open door and just go in. I could just go back and say, "Whoops, I forgot something," and whatever. I don't know.
Did the Baron appear human?
I thought he was a tiefling.
I think he's a tiefling.
Tiefling?
He's a red tiefling. Yeah.
Is he suspicious to you because he's a tiefling?
No, that is
Oh.
not it.
Wow, Ethan hasn't said anything for 20 minutes, and here he is.
Comes out swinging.
Uh-huh.
As he does, because he's a monk. Haha.
Eve was a tiefling, and everything was fine with Eve. And isn't
Okay.
Temerity also a tiefling? And everything's fine with Temerity. I've put my foot in my mouth with her like 3 times.
Can I send a message?
Sure.
With my stone to Eowyn. Just a reminder to, because I don't know, it was 2 sessions ago apparently. I messaged them and I asked if they were one of Orin's chosen, and they said they thought so, but or they used to think so, but now they weren't sure, and they asked me to tell them why. So now I'm gonna message them.
Okay.
We are trying to figure out if a chosen has to be an ASMR
But that's what.
or can be anything.
Put your fingers down, I'm counting.
So that's why I asked.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of any other way to change it. And just,
I love like the whole thing is like you don't have to use all the words, but everybody has to now.
Okay. You send your message while your friends talk amongst themselves, trying to decide their next step. Kajia will get back. I'm sorry. I don't really know enough about it to tell you for sure. But the gods talk to everyone. Could be any.
I'm going to say that to everyone. I'm going to share with everyone that a chosen may not necessarily have to be an ASMR, so at least we know we don't. We're not just looking for an ASMR. We could be
Which
anyone.
would have made it much
Yeah,
easier.
that broadens things
That
again.
makes it a
would've
very
been
broad
easier.
net.
Yeah, it would have made it much easier.
I don't know. I just recently learned that anything about it, so I don't really know what we're looking for. But I feel like I'll know it when I see it, or maybe I won't. I don't know.
It's a nice day out, and it's mid-morning ish, I think. So maybe we should just walk around town a little bit, take in the sights, and see if anything stands out to us. We can stop by the courthouse and just make sure everything looks okay there and see if anything occurs to us. Maybe a walk will clear our heads.
All right.
I'm okay with a walk.
Just gonna kind of explore the town a little more with eyes open. At least Solus's eyes are open, just seeing if anything seems unusual or out of the ordinary.
Okay. Well, go ahead and make a perception check as you begin to wander.
Does someone
The
else
main-
want to aid or join?
I'm going to.
Guidance.
Okie dokie.
Casually
I-
guidance in as we walk through
21.
the street.
Okay. You will wander down the main road of this town and find that people are more or less tucking away into businesses as the day grows on. You do notice a lot of the children, or at least the ones that you had caught still outside, were running towards the community center and chasing each other up the stairs and inside. Otherwise, it seems very quiet now, as opposed to earlier in the morning or later in the evening. The town feels a little emptier.
It's strange to see people so occupied in the middle of the day. Everyone seems very focused on what they're doing.
Well, they have jobs to do.
And the children perhaps are going to get
Daycare.
going to school. Daycare's taught, schooled.
Daycare taught.
Daycare.
Socialized childcare. It's a good thing.
I would like to keep an eye out also as we're walking for like a herbal store or herbal stall. Herbs
Okay.
for like incense.
You won't really see an apothecary or herbalist. There is a general store, a tailor, a smithy, a few homes, and multi-apartment building, a simple grocer stand, and and the fire spitter.
Would everyone mind if I just popped into the general store real quick?
I think we're still deciding what we want to do, so can't hurt.
I will join because I'm just curious what is in there if we're stopping.
Alright. I take Realm's arm and start heading into the general store.
Okay. It is a relatively
Sweet.
simple wood-built building. You enter and find that immediately on display are a lot of simple tools. A lot of mining tools as well. Things like oil and lanterns are hung along the walls. It is quiet here as well, but there is one older man that appears to be doing a puzzle at his countertop, and he will look up at you and smile as you enter and say, "Just let me know if you need anything," and then go right back down to his puzzles.
Well, actually, I was hoping that if you don't have any, that you might be able to point me in a direction. I'm looking for a bunch of incense.
Incense?
Yes.
Oh, what for?
I travel a lot, and I really like to keep my clothing smelling fresh. And I'm quite picky about smells, so I was hoping to get incense to just take with me on my journey.
We can't tell if that's a lie or the truth. Both things are equally likely.
Yeah.
Well, we do got some fine-smelling oils if you've got some stinky items you need to freshen up, or, stinky people in your company. We do get a lot of those. As for things you can burn for smells, we do carry a bit of sage if that'll do it for you.
Does sage count as an incense?
It is a herb that is rumored to purify as it burns.
How much would that be?
I can give you a bushel for 10 gold.
Okay. How much for the oils?
Oh, well, that is just 2 gold per jar.
I'm gonna go and start smelling the different jars.
They are very rudimentary. It seems very much like somebody who was taking a budding interest in alchemy started to put these together, because it's just what appears to be an extracted oil and then flakes of something. So you'll pop one tiny little bottle and get overwhelmed by the smell of lavender. And then you go to the next one and you're overwhelmed by the smell of hickory. It's not well balanced, but it is potent.
I'm going to get a jar of the lavender, or the little jar of the lavender. And then I will also take the sage.
Okay.
How much is the oil?
It was 2 gold a jar.
2 gold a jar, so 12 gold. I will put 12 gold down on the counter.
Okay.
And look quite pleased with myself.
Produces a little paper bag and starts putting your jars and the bushels of sage in, wraps it up.
While that was going on, I'm just kind of curious if there was cologne.
We have oils that smell very strongly. You can
Sandalwood.
apply them to your things or your friends if you find them to be a little bit strong. I recommend only a dab at a time, and there should be enough for about 3 uses in each jar.
Okay, I'll take. Also, are there any? Have I seen any like apples or anything in here?
Yes, there does seem to be a smattering of fruits. A basket full of apples, basket full of peaches.
Okay, I'm gonna get a basket full of apples.
Taking the whole basket.
How much is in a basket?
Well, as you express interest in taking the whole thing, he kind of looks a little bit taken aback. He says, "Well, It's a copper per, but what do you need all those apples for?
A lot of horses.
How many apples is it? Like, are we talking like 10 or like 50?
It's an apple basket, so you're probably
Oh,
looking at
that's a
around
lot.
50 of them.
Okay, no, never mind. Sorry, I just thought I would get extras to share with my friends.
You'd have a lot of extras.
I would.
We also have 4
can I
horses, in his defense.
can I just get maybe 20? Oh god, that's still so many.
We can get you 20 apples. So just make sure the orchard knows we need to be restocked, and he'll bring over a big brown paper bag and start counting the apples. Puts them in.
So that, the cologne or scented oil. And lastly, I'm gonna ask, do you have any thing for fighting? Anything interesting for like that, or no?
What? You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Like,
I could fight with an apple in a pinch. What do you need?
I think he's asking more along the lines of like projectiles, things that might go boom.
Like apples?
all that.
Now we do. We're gonna need the whole basket now. We're gonna need the whole so we can apple fight in the court.
Hurt.
I can't imagine an apple is very easy to shoot far.
I got a pretty good arm.
Okay, but no, I am meaning more weaponized projectiles or things that go boom, as my friend said.
Well, I can't say I carry much in the ways of weaponry, but the smithy down the road might be able to help you out.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
If I pay for an apple, will you go outside and throw it?
Slowly, one by one, you have all started wandering into the store.
Suddenly, I am outside by myself. I was just having a conversation with Darby, and I'm by myself now.
But I just
where
fully
did
involved
go?
in the conversation, and then I hear someone talking about pitching apples, and they're like, "Oh shit!"
I'm just like, do. And they're like, oh, I
I
guess.
assumed we'd all gone. My bad.
No, it's fine. Vaughn got bored of the conversation and walked into the store just in time to try and help
Oh no, I'm there talking to
Realm
myself.
navigate.
I mean, yeah.
Darby also noticed and then wandered off. And Solace
I'll
just
eat
looked
another
up
pastry while I'm sitting. I'm like, oh well, I guess I'll eat this bear claw by myself.
Now, as for being paid to throw apples, absolutely. You will pay for the apple and for the show.
How
Well,
good
there's
is
a
the
couple of
show?
hallways we could introduce you to.
I was
Marvelous.
just going to throw it down the road, but if you have a hallway in mind...
Oh, no, sorry, that'd be too far. It's not worth
I
the
was
trip.
going to say, how far would you go with us?
We leave
Suddenly-
town and like backtrack to like fucking Ainsbury. Look at this hall.
Apples, potatoes. If you got either one, just chuck it. Just chuck it.
Oh god.
Ugh.
I'm so glad I'm outside now.
Okay, how much is
he has put all 20 apples in a bag, as well as a 2 gold bottle of something. You don't know what it smells like. He hasn't told you. He just put it in there.
I didn't. I was dumb and didn't ask. I'm just like,
No, you
okay. Yep, it's fine. I noticed.
It's whatever he thinks smells good. So
It is.
I hope it's something you think smells good.
Could wear a little bit on a date with Eowyn.
It turns out it smells just
Awful.
awful.
How do I add something to my inventory again? I'm so sorry.
overwhelming patchouli, just overwhelming patchouli.
So you just go to inventory, manage inventory, add items.
Where's manage inventory?
If you click inventory by the search bar, there's a button that says
I'm
manage
not signed
inventory.
in. I'm not also not
That
signed
is
in.
2
That might
gold
help.
and 20 whole copper.
I will give 4 gold.
Oh. Is this for the show too?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, what if you throw the apple and I hit it with a stick? We're going to invent baseball. What if you throw it and I hit it with my staff?
We could try.
All right. Let's do it. I'm also going to buy a bottle of the hickory oil, and that's all.
Okay. So, 2 extra gold for the oil. He does ask for an additional copper piece for the apple that he's about to throw.
That's fair. You can have... You know what? Just have 4 more gold. I'm anticipating a really good show.
All right, I'll do my best. And he goes back to the counter, and you hear him shuffle a bit and groan, and he pulls up a crutch.
Oh God!
Walks with that crutch outside of the store, and smiles at you, Solace, and says, "Good day, ma'am."
Hello. Is everything all right?
He's going to watch.
I've been paid an obscene amount of gold to throw an apple.
Obscene amount of gold to throw
I
an
look
apple.
at him. I open my mouth. I look at the others that I presume are following him out,
So
and I
he's
close
leaning
my
on
mouth.
his crutch in one side and just holding the apple in his other hand.
I didn't
do you
say
need
anything.
Do you need a hand down the stairs? Would that be helpful?
Oh no, I'm okay, and he's already limping towards the middle of the place.
I'm looking. I give the others a slightly more judgmental look now.
I'm like pulling my staff out and like walking away from him down the street a little bit.
Are we teasing this poor old man who is crippled and asking him to throw? No, I don't say that out loud. That's just the look I'm giving you guys. I'm just like,
I just look elated right now.
Like, okay, he takes up position in the middle of the road and sort of juggles the apple in one hand, lets his crutch fall to the ground, and puts both feet on the floor and winds back.
I'm getting ready to just slam it.
I'm going to guidance him.
Who are you guiding?
To the lovely gentleman from the store.
Well, okay. I'm gonna guidance myself.
I just like
just
it's
watching
just like
magic
a little
fly
pat
now.
of encouragement.
In
like
order
it's nothing.
to hit this, you will have to roll a better dexterity check than he just did.
Okay.
With guidance. It's only a 1. You want to know the total now, or would you like to roll first?
I'll roll first, and then you can just say how it goes. Okay, that was a 22.
If we're gonna do this, I'm also gonna try to catch it.
Vaughn's just in the position.
Okay. So he winds
actually, I don't think
back,
there's gonna be anything to catch. I take that back.
and
Well, yeah, no, I mean, if we're playing baseball, that is absolutely a position you could assume.
Turns out he
I mean,
only
well,
rolled
yes,
like
but
a
it's an
3.
apple.
yeah, but it is an apple.
Yeah, it might get destroyed when it's hit with
So
the staff.
he winds back 2 feet on the floor, and you watch him assume like a proper pitcher's pullback. Like 2 fingers curled around the apple, and he whips it at you alarmingly fast. Those of you watching can hear the wind whistling as it moves through the air towards Darby, who does indeed swing and impact the apple head on, which just explodes into juice and chunks and apple skin. And I need everybody just to make a quick dexterity saving throw.
Oh. What's Vicodia's dexterity like?
I mean, we're drow. We're not that bad. They get like a natural dexterity boost.
19.
I can't get
So you're
Oh, that's really bad.
Is it a saving throw or a straight dex?
Saving throw.
It's just not really bad. It's 10.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
4.
everybody? Okay. If you rolled under a 16, you find yourself absolutely showered in apple guts.
Ew.
May I just sidestep, and then I look at him and I was like, would you like a pastry? It was a
I
very good
would.
throw.
I
need to
offer him
reach this
what is left. I pull out my little paper bag and there's like some bear claw. There's another bear claw and there's like one cinnamon roll left because I absolutely ate 2 of those. Yeah.
I'm gonna smell like rotting apple all day.
You do immediately
this is
smell of
unenjoyable.
like fresh broken apple, which now is fine. You're a little bit sticky. It's very sugary fruit. The juices already kind of soak into your clothes and hair.
Where did you
I
learn to throw
regret
like
paying
that?
for that.
I'm cackling. and
I'm
having a
immediately
great
walking
time.
over to Solus.
I don't even like.
that,
Go ahead.
he begins to answer, and then you hear somebody cheering from down the road, and in about 5 seconds, this small swarm of children come pouring out of the courthouse. And they swarm around the general store manager and say, "Are we playing ball again? I want to go.
While this is happening, I am absolutely absorbed in what's happening in front of me. I'm grinning. I'm watching him enjoy his pastry. I'm watching the kids, but also I have one hand out and I'm like gently prestidigitationing Laconia. Like just absentmindedly, just like, oh, there's another one.
Yeah, I went to her and I just looked at her with like those like sad pleased eyes, sad little puppy dog eyes.
I'm like it's just I don't even have to pay attention anymore. I'm just fixing it while I focus on the kids and yeah.
So they are immediately overjoyed at the prospect of a game, and it becomes clear that they may have played it before because they are tugging on his jacket and asking him to throw again, and 2 of them are splitting off to go find good sticks. They all stay within the roadway, but there is definitely an energy here, and one of the boys, a young tiefling, will turn and look up to the storekeeper and be like, "Are you gonna throw again? Can we use your apples?" And he looks kind of forlorn. He goes, "Yeah, they're just in there. They've been paid for. Let's grab them."
I'm just gonna put up my hood and then try to disappear behind Darby. Like literally stealth.
And also try to angle myself so I can catch as many of these kids in my vision, and I'm gonna use my fucking true sight.
Okay. I mean, good news for you. You were already facing your pitcher when you swung, so you are looking at this swarm of kids as they gather around the shopkeep, one of them running off to go get the bundle of apples, more looking for good sticks to hit apples with. As you examine them, you don't see anything unusual about one in particular. They all do seem to carry a very faint, almost warm glow to them. And you wouldn't have noticed it, even with your special eyes, if you weren't looking for it.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do my customary 360 before it's gone and see if anything catches my attention, and then I will just continue blocking realm.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, I assume. Yeah.
I'm just gonna guidance myself again, because why not? That is an 18.
A range on
120 feet.
See nothing of note.
Okay.
But do we find any good sticks to play with?
There is a small collection of sticks gathering on the side of the road.
Yes.
Nice.
And Rum, can you give me a quick stealth check at disadvantage?
Yeah. Well, okay. So, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing the cloak of Elvenkind, and I specified that I put the hood up, which means I have advantage on the stealth check.
So then it's just a straight roll.
Okay. Oh no! That's a natural one.
Oh god.
You're not so sneaky.
Not right now.
I mean, you do try and take cover behind someone who is facing the rest of the crowd in broad daylight in the middle of the road. as children are pouring past them to get to the shopkeep. They don't seem to pay you much mind, and for a few minutes, you almost feel like you have disappeared, hidden in the shadow of your large druiden friend, until you hear a voice go behind you, saying, "What are you doing back here?" And you turn and you see the blue tiefling Temerity stood there, arms folded across her chest, as all of the children in her charge are now going wild for a game of Hit the Apple.
Checks out.
And she's looking specifically at you, Realm, because you are the first person in her path.
We're playing, I guess, a game.
You're gonna be making a wild mess is what you're gonna be doing.
Yeah, it was unintended. This game just kind of happened.
She heaves a big sigh and says, "Always does." Well, you'll want to get out of the splash zone.
It's a little late for me, but yes, I think I will.
And she goes to walk past you, nods to you, Darby, as she passes you as well, just to stand on the side of the road, again, somewhat stiffly, arms folded across her chest, just watching as the kids set up with the shopkeep and begin lobbing apples at each other.
I'm picking out a stick. Just in case that
I'm
wasn't
going
clear.
to stand away from this.
I'm in. I'll make sure they're not sticky when we send them home. I actually will tell Temerity that. I'm like, I'll make sure they're cleaned up before it's time to go home.
Can I make an insight
Please, if you
check
do. Sure,
on
what are you gonna say?
Temerity? Because I want to know. I don't think she's angry about the game. I'm making the assumption that she's teacher angry, that her lessons have been interrupted because the kids wanted to all come outside. So is that true?
So, you're trying to see if she's angry?
Yeah, about the fact that, yeah.
Okay, make an insight check.
Okay. 25. I've been teacher angry. At daycare.
At other places.
Mm. Jack's fighting a ghost.
He's just laid out.
I've been
He is
watching
getting a
him
little
like
wiggly.
I've been watching
He's getting a
him
little
like
wiggly.
track something, and he's just been looking, and then he like switches, and it's just he's fighting ghosts.
Every time he looks at the camera, he has demon eyes. It's great.
Fight me, Dad.
Oh no! Oh
Fight
god,
me.
you're losing him! You're losing him!
Oh my god.
Also, possibly some skin on your arm.
That's fine.
You just saved his life, and he's trying to.
After trying to shove him off the couch.
I
It
didn't
was
try to
beautiful.
shove it. He mostly rolled, and I was trying to keep him from falling.
Yeah.
Okay. So the kids begin to set up their game with the shopkeep, who will throw the first few apples at the first and most eager kids. And they eventually do sort themselves into lines on the edges of the street, so that only the kids who put themselves precariously close to the batter will get shattered with apple bits if it's hit.
I'm just picking apple chunks off myself.
You are, and Solace, you can get in line with the rest of the kids and
Yeah.
queue up to bat an apple.
Yes. On board.
Well, there is an impromptu game of baseball going on in the middle of the street. Although it seems the purpose is not to really hit the apple very far, but break the
Blow it
apple
up.
into as many pieces as possible.
After I take my turn at bat, I will switch to cleanup duty, and I will I will just be like cleaning faces, especially, and then hands. And I'm like just standing. I'm like, let me see your hands. And I'm just like, yep.
And they are wowed by your magic when you do it too. They come to you, sticky hands, sticky faced, and just a wow as it all.
And then I
just
look at
melts
Realm,
into
and I'm
nothing.
like, do you need help?
I feel
And
like a
Realm just
child, but I'm gonna go do
I'm like,
it.
get in line, get in line with it. I'm just like cleaning them all up.
I refuse to get in line. Too much.
Realm just like
No.
sneaks up behind, like kind of stands behind Solace until she like.
Yeah,
Until there's
and
a
then he
lull in
turns
the
back
lineup.
to just stand beside
Yeah.
behind Dodie again.
All right. So the kids seem quite engaged in their game, with the shopkeep now helping to organize a very fair rotation of who's up to bat and who's throwing the ball. Apple. And Temerity watches from the side of the road,
I'm with
looking
her
a
too.
little unhappy.
I'm with her because I don't want to stand in the blast zone.
Yes, you are both safely out of the blast.
Whenever I see her looking this way, I make a big show about how I'm making sure to get everybody clean.
But you're able to observe the kids, and they do largely seem like normal, happy children. And it does seem like a lot of the townsfolk have a very healthy and warm relationship with them.
I am delighted. Just having a great time. Having the best time. Yep.
Is there anything anyone is doing in this time, other than either standing in the splash zone or avoiding it?
Avoiding it, I have my hands folded neatly in front of me, watching the game in, I want to say, confusion / trying not to think that it's, well, I mean, it is a silly game. But anyway, I look at Temerity and I go, are you upset that the children ran from lessons?
Well, it's hard to keep kids focused on much of anything. Never mind when people are destroying fruit out in the street. I just would have liked this to be a little bit more organized.
You know, I can relate with you on that. It would have been nice to be prepared to have apple all over me, I guess.
Apple chunks are nothing. That stuff will clean away. It's important to keep an eye on them.
And you're afraid by this impromptu game that you're not going to be able to keep an eye on them all?
They're quick kids.
Do you have help watching the children?
Sometimes, but not today.
Well, you have the shopkeeper and my friends and myself looking at them, so...
With all due respect, you're new in town. I'm sure you mean well, but I don't know you. Ellis is fine, and I know he'll keep an eye on them, but it's fine. Just want to keep an eye.
Might I ask why you're so nervous about something happening to the children? Has something happened recently?
Yeah, a bunch of strangers showed up saying something bad might be happening to the kids.
Fair enough. But you did also say that you wish this had been more organized, and that feels like something that you prefer on a daily basis.
Sure, I'd love to not have kids go running out into the street at the drop of a hat. Especially when there's strangers in town talking about bad things happening to kids.
Touche.
Well, they're having fun, which is important, I guess.
yes, it's always important to have some relaxing playtime in between lessons. I don't really believe myself when I say that.
Mhm.
And then I look off to the side awkwardly because I don't know how else to end this conversation.
And she seems perfectly comfortable standing there, despite how awkward it feels.
Mm.
Very standoffish, focused on the children. What are the rest of you doing?
I am going to. Is Realm still standing with me?
Yeah.
I am just
After
going...
getting prestidigitation, I went back behind you. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm just going to quietly relay what I saw to Realm when I looked at the kids.
Just like the general overall of them.
Yeah. And then just, I think maybe we should talk to the Baron again.
Yeah.
The baseless hunch is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you and I can go. Well, actually, none of us are really. Solus is the only one really doing anything with the kids right now. We could,
I mean,
Leave Solace to get swarmed by children.
I feel bad leaving.
She would love it. Let's be
Oh.
honest. Yeah,
I
but
don't-
you should. I mean, ask. Yes.
I don't want to leave, like 3 adults to watch a lot of children. So, like, we don't have to take everyone. I could go back and just say I forgot something, or it fell out of
Please
my
take me
pocket
with
or
you.
something. You can come with me.
take me with you.
Please take me with you too.
Yeah. But good.
I don't want to stay here.
If we want to just slip away, I can mind link with someone. Let someone know and then take our leave.
Sure, I just again would feel bad if we all started this and all of us walked away.
You started it.
Yeah, but Darby has gotten very quiet and pensive in the last, 5 minutes, if
Yeah.
anyone has noticed. Darby has gotten decidedly less excited about everything.
Does anyone mind link or communicate this to others?
I am. I'm just yeah. I'll do the rounds. I'll do one by one to everyone.
So one
What
by
do you
one,
say?
you all hear Realm's voice in your head.
Darby thinks that we should go. Darby thinks that we should go.
I don't think
Is
mine.
Mindlink? No, Mindlink is
I don't have
25.
to know.
Sorry.
You can just ramble forever with Mindlink.
Darby thinks perhaps we should go speak with Baron von Baron, the Baron. I have to say it's his full name again.
I hope you also
Um,
to Darby.
Yeah, you just get kind of lost in the routine, and you also mind link with Darby and say the same thing.
Oh my gosh. We don't all need to go though. Perhaps it wouldn't be best if all of us left to the children in the company of 2 adults, but that's
Can we
a plan.
respond to mind link? I don't remember. I haven't looked at that.
You,
spell in a
you
very
can
long-
while I'm currently mind linked with you, so you can
Okay,
in the moment, but not 5 minutes later.
I'll say it's all right. You guys go do what you think is important. I'll stay here. I'll talk to Temerity and see. I'm not sure that she wants help or company, but I will ask.
Okay.
Oh, thank God, an easy out.
I will, as this is happening, like as Viconia is getting this message, I will walk up to Viconia and Temerity.
Yeah, I was watching Laconia put her foot in her mouth, and I'm gonna see if that happens to Solace now. So y'all have done.
Wow.
Mhm.
And I assume that I know some, like, is it reasonable to assume that I have memorized some of the children's names by now, as I've been cleaning faces and wiping noses?
Yes, if you've been asking after the names, they would absolutely
Yeah.
happily tell you. Their
It's
names,
solid.
their
She-
sisters' names, their dog's name.
She's been talking the whole
name of her
time, and
all-
she is
toy.
she's very excited about everyone's, like, she's cleaned up some dolls that were poorly placed now, and as
It would have
discussed
become
puppies.
a novelty as you clean things. They
yeah.
would present you with more things to clean.
And then she will sometimes, like, gently pat noses and warm things and just be like, "Boop." Like, yeah, no, it's a whole, yeah. She is into it. So she'll walk up to Merity and she'll say, "This does seem like an awful lot for you to handle by yourself. If you wouldn't mind, perhaps I could just stay with you and the children for a while. It's been a little bit since I've had some time to engage with young ones."
You're welcome to engage with them if you'd like. You will be supervised. And don't feel very good about you implying I can't do my job.
No, I wouldn't. I just imply that it's a
Except
lot
you did.
easier. It's a lot easier to watch so many little ones when they're in a confined space than when they're in such an open space. But genuinely, I would just like to spend more time with them, and I would like to help if I can. The others, I think, perhaps the novelty is wearing off a little bit, maybe. And I don't look at Viconia. I'm very much not looking at Viconia when I say that. Not looking at Viconia when I say that. I'll just say, but I enjoy children, and it's been a very long time since I've had a chance to be around you. So, if you don't mind, I would be happy to accompany you.
Well, they seem taken by your tricks. So, as long as they're happy with you, I will abide it.
I can at least provide some entertainment, and I am moving. So I will. I'll, like, wave at Realm, and I make it very obvious, even though Realm's been, like, super still. I'm like, it's okay, you can go. And I will move on to, like, minor illusions. Yeah, full blown entertainment at this point, and I'm cool with it.
Okay. And Vaughn, what are you doing?
Well, I guess, I was standing off to the side, half supervising and also half, like, just like, nestling the apples.
Okay.
Like, he's blowing, like, just winding them away. And
yeah, as
he does.
soon as you introduce a party trick into the game, you do become an object of fascination, and they will start throwing apples at you.
Yes, the new game. Yes.
Like, this guy doesn't even need a stick. Let's see how many we can throw at him at once.
It's perfection. No notes.
Oh yeah, it'd become a thing where if I can make an apple explode harder with my fist or a stick.
Oh no. Oh god. And Bod's just apple cider by the end of this.
But I will have told Darby, okay, we can go, is Viconia coming?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Viconia is here with us, I assume.
We are very stiffly
Oh, God.
walking towards Realm and Darby.
But also very quickly. It's
And
like
very
power walk.
quickly, yep.
So you will all three begin to head back towards the manor. Just as behind you, you hear Vaughn splitting an apple clear in half with a well-placed open palm strike, and then just this cacophony of cheers and claps, and some small voice going,
As we get a little further away from the kids, I'm gonna try to whistle for Yrsa.
okay, just go ahead and make an animal handling check.
I feel okay.
Guidance!
You've never failed one of these ever. It's fine.
Wow, jinxed it.
Well, way to jinx it.
Oh
Way
god,
to
I was
put
joking.
in,
It was
universe.
sarcasm, so it's like reverse.
I don't think that's...
That's a 17
Ooh.
Okay.
with an 8
See, it worked.
modifier. An 8 modifier.
See, it worked. I worked. Don't doubt my methods.
And you guidance did?
Yep, and a 17 with a +8 modifier.
Nice.
I mean, it wasn't a very hard check.
She doesn't hate me as much as she used to.
She doesn't hate you.
Or is it
She's
DC 20?
very
Sorry.
independent.
She's prickly.
She's prickly. You do whistle, and in about 15 or so seconds, you will hear her scream back in response, and she circles very high in the sky, does a couple quick loops before she'll descend and land on you.
I'm just going to try to convey to her that if she could just kind of keep an aerial eye on the kids, and if anything happens, to go find solace. I don't know how I'm gonna communicate
say
all
it to
of
him.
her.
You
I
just
just say
say
it
it to her. Yeah.
I just say it to her.
And
And then
so,
I her little
Realm and
switches.
Laconia, you watch Darby relay perfect common instructions for Irsa, who will then take back off and ascend back high into the sky until she becomes a little blackbird shape, just coasting on the breeze.
How long has Ursa been with you?
I mean, started raising her when I was younger. Been many, many winters with Yersa.
You do have quite the sibling vibe.
I guess, yeah. My dad's bird is her dad. Did I say that right?
Your dad's bird is her dad. Yes.
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 Okay. We raise lots of birds, or we used to raise lots of birds, but anyway.
I was
Now
just
we're going
curious.
Yeah, no. Me and Yersa, totally siblings, best friends. Let's go.
Alright. So the three of you begin towards the manor again. As you approach it, the grounds are fairly well maintained. It is a large, white, colonial style building. You do notice the door is still open.
Oh.
I suppose he meant it when he said open door policy.
Does it seem open in like a welcoming way, or an open in like, oh god, something terrible has happened here kind of way?
It is wide open.
Okay. I'm going to, like, as we approach it, still knock on it and just, hello?
You stick your head in and knock, and you can see straight through the building to the other side where there's another door in the back that is also left wide open. You call in, and you hear a crash and a clutter from the office you had snuck into before. And then just 1 minute before that red tiefling head pokes around the corner. And he looks confused for a moment and then steps out as the rest of his body follows the motion of his head and walks towards the now three of you. He seemed to recognize Darby fairly quickly, but he is confused by the company you now bring. And says, I didn't expect you to be back so soon.
I didn't expect to come back so soon, but these are my friends. This is Realm, and I assume I have to step out from in front of Realm.
And as you step out from in front of Realm, he will stick his hand out to you and say, pleasure to meet you.
I'll take the hand and shake it. Nice to meet you too.
He clasps your hand in both of his and gives you a very enthusiastic shake. And then turns to Viconia and says, but who is this?
This is Faconia.
I hold my hand out delicately. Fingers first.
Viconia, it has been a long time since we've seen someone like you. Thank you. And he'll take your hand and bring his lips to your knuckle.
Good man. It's a good man, guys.
I have no doubts about this man at all.
It He's like, he kissed my hand. It's all over.
It's a
fine.
pleasure.
He's
to meet
perfect.
you.
That's the vibe check. He's fine.
I do hope that
Please.
my presence
Please.
doesn't cause anything.
I could only imagine it causing joy. Please come inside. I was trying to air out a bit of foul smell, but it's still temperate enough. If you find it too cold, please just let me know. I will shut the doors.
Why is there a foul smell?
Something started to burn.
Well, that does happen.
It does, especially with someone like me. But yes, come in. The temperate okay? Nobody is cold?
A little warm, actually, maybe.
Perfect. We will leave the doors open. Come, sit. And he will lead you past his office this time and into the next room. And it does smell like something was recently on fire. There's that that after scent of smoke still kind of clinging to everything. But he leads you into what is an open dining room and will usher you in chairs around a simple, surprisingly simple circular table for how large and ornate this place.
As we're walking, I'm just gonna divine sense, just real quick. Just
Okay.
I'm just gonna look around and get a bearing. Get
Get your bearings and
Get
Baron
my
von Baron the Baron.
bearings. And
Get
I
your
was
bearings and
tried
bearings.
so hard as soon as I knew that word was coming out of my mouth.
I've never been so angry.
You should have
I'm
been here the other
great
night
time.
when we were working. That was atrocious. Worst radio calls ever.
Fuck it.
I'm sicking around.
Okay. As you activate your divine sense and follow behind Baron von Baron, who is leading you through a very
Baron.
open, white
Shut up,
Baron von Baron the Baron.
Just a
White,
very quiet
clean,
bear.
spacious manner to a simple table. He is fiendish.
That checks out.
He teeth wink.
Well,
He makes sure each of you has taken a seat before he will sit himself, and then immediately step back up and say, "Oh, sorry, I'm being a terrible host. Would you like any snacks? Pre-made. I haven't burned any of them. I promise. Drinks.
He?
Tea. I can do. Probably won't even burn it."
I believe in you.
So he leaves the three of you at the table and crosses the room towards where a little kitchenette is. Still
he's-
within earshot.
Well, he's very nice.
I just nod and I once again, like, I'm just very thoughtful and just looking almost disappointed looking.
What?
And I don't know. I don't know anything.
Does he have a cat here too? Are
I
they
think he
everywhere?
does. I can hear one.
Me too.
It might have been drawn in by the smell of burning.
That or it's crying because it's cold.
Or because something burned.
I wonder what he burned.
It sounds like food. Does it smell like food burning? I imagine I would know what that smells like.
It smells burnt.
Cool.
Very smoky.
Didn't know if I have anything that I can use to do anything about this.
I could. Ooh,
Oh, nope.
Take out your lavender oil.
Yes,
It will just be like when you
let's
put.
save that.
It's not going to be good.
I'm going to save that.
It's like when you light a match and it doesn't actually help anything. Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
very strong, so it would linger, but I don't know what the combination of burnt and lavender. I don't think it'll smell very good.
In my experience, when you try to cover up a bad smell with a good smell, it just makes a worse smell. So you should
Yes.
probably just not.
But wait,
You
I
watch
do
Blonde
take it out
screams in
and
the distance
I
as
show
he's
it to
being chased by
Darby.
children.
Yeah.
That are pelting you with apples.
Yeah, he's had
this
to like
point-
start
at this
running
point,
because
they're
it's gotten to the point
like-
where it's like they're not even seeing if I can deflect them. They're seeing how many it
Yep.
takes to hit me.
There's
Yeah.
one child chasing you with a stick.
You've just got like that herd following you.
I stopped the one. I stopped the one child with the stick, and I'm like, no.
Like a blackout zombie's got a train behind me.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's you running with a herd.
Like, we don't hit Fawn. We don't throw apples at Fawn like that.
I'm gonna take out the lavender oil and I'm just gonna hold it out to Darby and say, "Do you like this smell?
I will smell it.
It smells like
It is.
lavender."
Very strongly of lavender.
I wasn't there for the whole spiel about how strong it is, so I imagine they lean in and just and then
And
just
like it's
hack it.
immediately overwhelming your sinuses. You have a headache. You're like it feels like it's in behind your eyeballs.
You weren't supposed to take that hefty of a sniff. It's just a gentle sniff.
It's delightful. It's great.
Are you lying?
Nope, it's so good. I don't think I'll ever smell anything else ever again. Which is fine because it's great.
All right, as
It's
long as you
it's
like
wonderful. I do. It's great.
it. Oh, that's great.
Are you going to use that a lot?
Maybe.
Okay. Like today?
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, you like it, so it's fine.
It's so good. I like it so much. I think you should use it all the time.
I look over Darby's clothes. I think that would really help your clothing.
Well, they're mostly metal right now, and I don't think it would absorb very good, so you might just have to wait till later to try.
I definitely agree and look like I'm gonna try later.
Mm.
It's then that the Baron returns with a tray full of teacups and he takes a breath in and goes, "Smells like lavender."
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Boy, does it.
It does. I just bought some oil from the general store in town.
Ah, I have picked up some sense there myself. He is very talented.
He throws a mean apple, I will say.
He does throw a mean apple. Don't catch him on a bad day.
I mean, he did warn us when he said he could throw a good apple. Mean apple. What makes an apple mean?
It's.
How
I don't
fast
think
it
Darby would.
travels.
I was gonna say I don't think Darby would know that either. So never mind.
What did you say? What does an apple mean? What did you say?
What makes an apple mean?
What makes an apple
Oh.
mean? It's a
How
odd
fast
term.
it can travel.
Oh,
Have you ever been hit by a fast-moving apple?
yes. Well,
Hurts.
no, wait.
It's mean.
I mean, chunks of it. Brushing off chunks.
I'm fine. Solar's helped me out with that. I don't have any apple on me.
I'm gonna pick one
got-
out of my hair.
By apple stuff. Remains of apple.
Shrapnel.
Love it.
Shrapnel.
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 Ugh. Well, beyond the tea, what can I do for you?
We are still just trying to put together what. Sorry, Jack made a really weird face. Put together what pieces we can, and I just I don't know. Felt like maybe I left too hastily on all 8 of my legs. I don't know. I just felt like there was more that could have been asked or said, and I don't know. I'm sorry.
Anything I can do that might be helpful. It is just a matter of asking anyways.
I don't, and that's kind of where I'm hitting something of a block or a wall. A very lavendery wall.
I'm just enjoying my tea now.
I wish I could smell anything other than lavender right now also, but I don't really know where else to look. Or, well, there are lots of places we haven't looked yet, but I don't know. Is there anything that you think might help, or anything that you think might point us in any direction, or anything? I just feel strangely responsible for this.
Why do you feel responsible?
Because I am chosen by a god, and I don't know why, but I feel like I should try to protect someone else like that from what I know is coming, potentially. I don't know how to explain it, really, I guess.
Well, I hope it is a good thing for the children that you care as deeply as you do. Truthfully, it is hard to figure out what might be helpful to you, considering it was only very recently that I realized we may have a problem. And by Temerity's accounts, you had described an elf we needed to watch out for. I assume by description, not resembling you at all, my dear, but that is all we have to go on.
Yeah, I unfortunately only recently learned a lot about myself, so I don't know that I am as equipped as I probably should be to help. So I just came here because I didn't really know where else to go right now. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would be better off going elsewhere and looking elsewhere. I don't know.
I want to be helpful to you. I just don't know how either.
But it's okay. It is fine. I'm sorry I did not have more prepared for this. I am not great at preparing for most things, but do either of you have anything to?
I was just going to ask, do you have any, a library or perhaps a book on the history of your town?
The people here are not the most well-read of folk. We don't really have a library per se. There are some books within our manor that might speak a little bit about history, but most of it is passed on orally. I'm
Well,
so sorry. We're having a bit of a cat problem.
Things are definitely being shared orally.
what's happening with dinner? They're figuring out over dinner. Well, considering we don't really have anything else to go on quite yet, taking a look at what books you do have might help.
Is there someone like? It is not dissimilar from what we did back home. Is there someone sort of charged with this oral history?
Not particularly one person, per se. Sasha takes it upon herself to keep most of the stories, and she hears a lot of them.
That would make sense, yeah.
I was going to recommend to Temerity that perhaps we host a bit of a fun overnight event here at the manor for the kids for the next few days. Um, I don't want to say non-negotiable to the parents, but the strongly recommended. If you feel it would be helpful to you, you are welcome to stay as well. There's more than enough room here.
I would not mind that. I would actually like to do that.
Then I will make sure to save a spot.
If it is all the same to you, you have a very nice yard. I can just maybe be more comfortable in the yard.
You do not have to stay in the yard, my friend. We have beds enough.
No, it's just the first time I have been cold in a long while, and I kind of like it. So,
You should just go with it, I say over the edge of my teacup.
and also I would like to be somewhere with fresh air that maybe doesn't smell like lavender anymore.
You were
course,
the one that
and,
inhaled it.
You didn't tell me it was like an entire lavender going up each of my nostrils.
Well, I thought you would have known better than to just shove the whole thing up your nose.
I touched a cursed sword, Viconia. Do you really think I'm going to not stick my nose in something and just inhale it?
I go back and drink more of my tea.
well, help yourself to the yard if that is what you want. And the same invitation is extended to both of you if you like to stay here with the kids and myself and Temerity. We will have space.
Do you have a bath?
Yes?
Lovely, I don't mind staying.
I'll make sure it is clean and ready for your arrival.
We do have 2 other friends. Would you mind if they had the same opportunity?
Not a problem at all.
All right. Well, I am sorry to have wasted your time, I guess.
It is not a waste to sit and enjoy some tea and reflect. I'm sorry, we will get that taken care of before.
do you, maybe I could help with that.
Might I stay and take a look at those books?
Sure. The doors are very open. Help yourself to whatever you like.
Well, there are many doors, so you're going to have to point me in the right direction.
Oh, yes, that is true. It is like a maze your first few times.
Hmm.
I can point you in the right direction.
Wonderful.
Is there anything else?
I cannot think of anything right now. I am just sorry again, and I'm gonna just kind of get up and say my goodbyes and start wandering towards the door.
Same. Get up, follow them.
It was lovely to meet you, Realm.
Lovely to meet you as well. Sorry, I don't talk much.
Don't worry, I know.
Nice to meet you, though.
I'll meet you guys
And,
back in town after a little bit.
Take your time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he will take you back to his office where he will give you just about any book that might discuss or mention or go into any kind of detail about the history of Inmina.
Mm.
And I just need you to do a quick history check.
Yeah, this one.
I'm about to pee my pants, so I.
Yeah, I have to go too,
Good
but I'm
one.
just gonna do this.
Or I can wait, I guess.
Okay. +1.
I mean, you don't have to wait to pee your pants. You can just do that now.
I'm not gonna
Just
do
that
that.
whenever you like.
Dirty 20.
Okay. I mean, you guys can pee while I pare down
Okay, sweet.
information.
Yeah, no one but you is stopping you from peeing. Literally, no one has
Well,
forbidden
I
you
get
from
picked
going
on
pee.
whenever I go.
I was just gonna be respectful.
That's your.
Not me.
Sorry, my husband's yelling something from the other room. I assume it's about peeing.
Go pee.
Oh, okay. No, I already did. I'm good. I went when I wasn't in the scene anymore.
But I love that he's supportive.
He is. He already brought me a drink and everything. Yeah. I think he was encouraging me to go pee if I needed to pee. That's what was happening. But I'm good. I'm fine.
I just finished talking with Malcolm.
Oh, how'd it go?
Go on.
I mean, we didn't talk too much,
What?
but he wants to know if I can take a plane down and do the drive with him.
Oh. And can you?
I'm gonna go into work. I have tomorrow off. I'm gonna go into work and talk to my boss and see. I would love to. I've never flown before though. It's gonna be freaky.
Ah, no, it's fun.
It is fun. I love flying. You can be anybody in an airport. Like, you can just be sitting there and be anybody. It's just, I don't know. I find flying solo is something I enjoy.
I feel like I'm gonna be worried about crashing and dying.
No.
Well, the good news is there's nothing you can do. It is totally out of your hands, so no reason to worry about it. It's not like driving where you have to pay attention. It's actually safer than driving. Significantly safer than driving.
That's true.
And the other person goes through a lot more training than the average driver.
True.
And
That
it
is
looks
true.
really cool. It looks really cool flying.
Being
Get a
in a
window
plane,
seat.
like the view.
Yeah, the first
Oh.
time just get the window seat. It's worth it.
I would try. Pretty much it's gonna be me going there and being like, "Hey, can you take me here, like right now, or today?"
What?
He's just discovered the dice tray.
Oh no, not
Buddy,
again.
You should
Yeah.
you should put that away. Just put it
But they need it.
I need it.
with dice.
But like, I
away.
have a thing
Pick
over
one
it.
d20. Yeah.
I have a thing over it, so I'm trying to use that to keep him from doing it. But he's like trying to force his paw, and he's fighting me when I try to.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's all fine.
It's babies.
Aw.
Aw.
Still
He already wants to leave, and I'm like, "No, wait, do you like this? No, okay, fine.
Yep.
Fine. Go that way."
Yep.
then."
Okay, we have a cat that will only let Rich hold her. It's great.
He's just gonna stand here though and block me.
Fine. Let him.
The butthole. Kitty butthole. You'd be like
the
that.
background is like, is this background or not?
It's freaking
Oh.
out.
He disappeared.
I don't know where mine went. Might be Kitty.
I saw one jumping behind you. Well, like 20 minutes
Yeah,
ago
it's
now,
Cal.
but-
I made the mistake of putting blankets here for him, and my laptop keyboard is right here. So sometimes he'll like settle, and then I'll be doing stuff, and then he'll just shift over onto the keyboard just for funsies. And then I have no idea why I'm suddenly Windows keyed out in the middle of something, and nothing bad has ever happened from that.
No, never. Not
Mhm.
never. I kind of like having a background, but like him, just like his tail coming out of nowhere is weird.
It's the monster attack. It's like the Godzilla tentacle monster attacking the city.
Right? It's like, it looks really fucking creepy on my on my screen. Okay, he's gone.
Pared that down. Okay. Outside, after chasing Vaughn around for a good few minutes and failing to catch him, the kids do begin to tire. One by one, they kind of drop off and find spots in the shade to sit and breathe, sharing drinks from water skins and wiping sweat off on their shirts. And it does become a place where they collect naturally until the very last child, which is a young boy with strange earthly toned skin who had been very determined to catch up to Vaughn. He is the last to give up and does so with a bit of a stomp and a mean face towards the monk before he joins the rest of the kids. Where Temerity will also be doing a quick head count just to make sure all are accounted.
I will sing quiet time nap songs at a reasonable volume. I know lullabies in what, like 10 languages now or something like that.
You have been collecting them.
It's true. I have one job. It's making sure everyone gets rest. Aw, Adobe.
Now he's gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, has he not been freaking out about dinner?
No, he's mostly just been chilling in his chair.
So it's the
He
one
knows
out
he'll
here
get
with
fed. Yeah.
the one out here with dinner that's freaking out.
Well,
Yeah.
you do have the baby.
So, you are all able to gradually reconvene on that tree where most of the kids have sat down and begun to unwind. Once Temerity is sure they're all accounted for, we'll begin to gather them up and start ushering them back into the community center. It's at this point where you look up and realize that a good few hours have passed. I mean, you are well into the afternoon. And given the time of the season, night is not far behind. What are you doing?
If it's been a few hours and our friends haven't returned yet, then we should probably go see where they are.
No, you have reconvened together.
Oh, okay, okay.
By the time the last kid has finally stopped trying to catch you.
Got you, okay. I thought you meant we all reconvened as in, like, the kids and... okay.
Yes. Your party, and the kids, who are going to be ushered back towards the community center.
I will continue to help Temerity with corralling little people.
But they are much more obedient now.
Mm-hmm.
Worn out.
And I'm like gently catching the bits of apple and slime that I missed just to make sure that we don't send them home to their parents or to the, Baron von Baron's house covered in apple bits. Just like, oh, I missed a spot.
I imagine because I stayed behind to read, I would have arrived later than the others.
Mm-hmm.
Are we all finished here with the apple throwing?
I think.
I don't see any more apples being thrown. I think we're. It looks like they're done.
Well, I could say that. Well, I mean, I stayed behind for a little bit to read some books in the Baron's house. The history seems to be close to what we were told, but a lot of it leads back to these mines. And one thing that we didn't hear was there's a shrine in the mines. And the Baron has told me that there's a small recent report of someone actually visiting the shrine.
There's actually very little recent reports.
Sorry,
of
there's
anyone
very
visiting the shrine.
recent little reports. Sorry.
Recent little reports.
Yeah.
Should
Of
There
anyone
have
going
not
into the
been
mines.
many reports of people going to visit that shrine recently.
Yeah.
Not enough people are visiting the shrine.
should we go visit the shrine then?
We don't have any other kind of lead, so if everything's pointing towards these mines, perhaps we go to the mines.
Also, Baron von Baron the Baron is suggesting that all of the kids stay at the manor for the next couple of nights or so, and has extended invitations for us to stay as well. And I will be going and sleeping in the yard, so.
I do think that could be a good idea. It's the best way to keep the kids safe is if we're there with them.
Can I express one concern I have?
About grouping them all up together.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
There's that.
But, I mean, if he decides to go through the town slaughtering children,
I suppose we'd be there, so...
Anya, you were able to find him in a dream before. Maybe you might be able to find him in a dream again.
Klaus?
If you looked for him. Because it sounds like he doesn't have as much control over your dreams as he might over a message. What if you tried to find him and where he is?
Let me think about that spell real hard for a second.
I'm trying to remember exactly how that spell works. Wait, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, yes, if I can muster up the strength, I can shape the whole entire dream.
I mean, if it's dangerous for you, I don't know if it's worth the risk. I don't know what the risk is.
No, it doesn't look like there's any risk. But why? Why am I going to him?
I don't know that the dream. I don't know. I don't know much about dreams at all, actually, so I don't know.
Because then you might know where he is, even if he doesn't wish you to know where he is. How close he is.
Are dreams always a one-to-one representation of reality, though, like that?
That's what I was just thinking. Because if I can manipulate the dream to be what it needs to be, then he can also do that, and he's very good at it.
Can he? Can he manipulate dreams the same way you can? Are you sure?
He's pulled both of us into a dream before.
There's one dream
He
that he's
seems
pulled me entirely out of it because he thought that it was a dangerous thing for me to be pursuing.
I
But
just... Go ahead. I just don't know if it is worth potential risks, because what I can say is if he does, for whatever reason, decide to... If he stabs you in that dream, it's going to hurt, like, really bad, for one thing. But, I just don't... Like, we know he's coming. I don't know what there is to gain from knowing where he is right now. Like, we know he is coming here.
Hmm. It also
And we-
looks like that if I cast this spell, he can't do anything to me, though. It's more I can do something to him. Just putting it out there, I agree with you. I'm just saying. I'm just
No, I
tossing
mean,
it out there.
Do
I agree
whatever-
with you. No, I agree with you. I think he is coming here, and
I just think our resources might be better used trying to figure out what we can here rather than trying to track him down in dreams.
Do we have any idea of a way that perhaps we could figure out if there is one specific chosen, or
well, maybe the
Is it
shrine will
possible
tell us
for-
something.
I think the shrine is where we should start,
oh, of course, yes.
but all of the kids, none of them in particular stood out, but there is something very faint to all of them, I think is what you said, right?
Yes.
Have
But
you
that
used
could
it
also-
on?
Sorry.
No, sorry.
I just...
Have you? Go for it.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, go for it. Go for it.
I just... That faint thing could just be like the protection that Nalgia puts on the kids. I don't know if it signifies that they are all chosen or all whatever. I don't know. I wish I knew
Have
more.
you used your eyesight on the Baron? And if so, can you remind me what you saw?
I don't think I did because I still had the spell and it was the same day, so I don't think I did. But I divine sensed him and he is just fiendish, which is normal for a tiefling, so.
Okay. Well, shall we go to the shrine?
Do we know where it is? Do we know where the mines are?
Just gotta look for a big hole in the side of a mountain. I don't know.
I message Baron von Baron.
Okay.
The Baron.
We'd like access to the mines. Where are they?
Is that it? Is that the message? Is
Yeah.
that the tweet?
Christ.
Is that the tweet?
That's a
Send it.
send. I
16
hit
words
send.
left.
That's fine. That's all I wanted to ask. I'm getting to the point. I just want to make some sort of headway here.
You will get back at. Oh.
He knows it's me.
But where is your voice coming from? We can get you into the mines. They are a little further north of town. You will have to speak with the crew chief for access because he is, and it cuts off.
Ah,
Yeah, I was about to be like, oh.
well, that didn't work because I forgot that he might not be used to the whole somebody showing up in his head thing. I have to go see the Baron, or we have to go see the Baron if we want to get access to the mines. We have to talk to a crew tree?
A crew tree?
A crew tree? A crew chief? I don't remember who that is.
Well, you talk to the foreman, and then you get a gate pass, and
Oh, that's very organized.
then
I
you show
like
your
that.
picture ID.
I don't have that.
You don't have a picture ID?
What is
Everyone,
picture ID? Do you
the
just
rest
get the
of the
picture
game is just
painted of
us
you?
shaming Viconia, like, how do you not have a picture ID?
You don't
Did
have
you
your
get on the
government
boat?
issued, government issued photo ID?
No,
We had to
I'm a
have one in a
traitor and a
passport.
runaway. I don't.
Oh,
Oh, that's so straight.
Yeah, who fucking knew?
How do you
is this
drive a
tonight
carriage?
thing? I don't, but people drive it for me.
I mean, it's gonna be dark out here. It'll be dark in the mines. That's just.
So we're gonna go meet up with the Baron and then see if he says it's a little further north
So wait, why are we going back to the Baron?
because he says that he can get us. Well, he said we can get you access to the mines. You have to talk to the Groot. I don't know what's wrong with me.
The crouton.
Cheese. The crouton.
We have to go talk to the crouton, and then yeah. But I feel like because I didn't get the full message, there might be more to it.
We do have this permit that says we can do whatever we need to do.
I can do whatever I want.
So what if
don't
we
want
just-
to go? If it's a big deal and we didn't really clarify what we're supposed to do.
Someone or someones are going to die. So I'm going to go to the mines with this permit that
But
I'm
he-
going to take from you.
He just said it's a little further north. You don't know where north. It couldn't be like right in the middle of the road that you take. I
you
don't think it
could
works
just-
like that.
I mean, a lot of people live here. You could just ask them to point
We could.
us in the direction of the mines. Because it gets very quiet during the day. I think a lot of people work at the mines, so they could probably just point us
What was that
in the
about
direction of the mines.
for deeper access? We needed to go see who. Did I mishear that?
The crew chief?
The crouton.
Crouton?
Okay.
The crew chief?
Crouchy?
As a,
Crouton.
Damn it.
Go ask Crouton.
The crouchy. The crouchy.
But-
so let's go talk to Coochie Mane and
Yeah. My favorite rap artist.
the main crew chief.
Which would be at the mine, but we need to figure out where the mine is to the
I'm
north.
gonna start walking north. I assume that's the one
ask-
direction I know where it is.
Just
And I'm gonna ask someone on the
anyone,
way
just
where the mines
literally-
are.
It is the
Okay,
main
so is the
exit
crew
of this
chief in the
town.
mine?
Northwards.
I'm gonna ask where the crew chief is.
This point
As we go north.
in the afternoon, where the sun is beginning to sink a little bit lower, you begin to head north, and you are heading northwards towards a towering.
Yay!
I can't.
Same.
Towering. Anyways, a big old mountain range.
Yeah.
Is there a
Towering.
mesa though?
Jesus Christ.
They're amazing.
It doesn't appear to be a mesa. It's all snowy mountain peaks.
Hmm.
As you essentially reach the edge of town, you do see a little dust cloud begin to rise over the horizon on the path
The
you're on.
kobolds.
God, they're determined.
Dust kicked up from dozens of boots and hooves as they return back to town. You pass a majority of the townsfolk who all look dirty, sweaty, smelly. They look like they have put in a hard day's work, but they don't seem put upon or downbeat. They are tired, but tired after a hard day's work with their fellow townsfolk, working to make ends. And as this entire procession of miners comes upon you, they make space for you on the path, smile, nod. They do that typical
Sup.
howdy, hi,
Sup.
as they
Shut up.
all file past.
I'm going to stop one of them and say, I'm so sorry. I know it has probably been a very long day, but we're looking for the crew chief.
The crouchy?
The crew.
No, the crew
chief?
Space chief.
Ooh.
Wow,
I'm looking for the coochie, actually. Could you point me in the direction?
That's what.
Is that what Darby's looking for?
No,
Is
it's
it?
not.
Hmm.
The villager you catch seems, not terribly confused, but just oh yeah, Broxley will be at the head of the pack.
I turn around
That
and start walking that way. I just fall in with the miners at this point.
So as some of you are walking northward, you do spot Darby now walking the other way.
I just do the same thing the miners have been doing. I just go, hi.
This is a good moment to mention that I probably stayed with the children. Because, yeah, I know that there are things happening, but I feel like I would not leave Temerity alone, knowing everything that's going on. Yeah.
Are you doubting her ability?
I
to
was
take
just
care
gonna
of
say
children?
she's probably.
Oh
being
my
like, "What are
god!
you-"
No, I'm just gonna explain to her
I've
how
gone this way
how-
The
before
way
you've gotten into
Bond
town.
snickered when that happened.
No. She doesn't say anything like that. She's just like, I'm really enjoying spending time with them. Is it okay if I stay? Would that be all right with you?
She still seems a little prickly, but
Yeah.
we'll have allowed you to stay.
Yeah.
You are being watched, though.
Right. I am making balloon animals at this point. I don't know.
We've invented
I have
balloons.
painted my face like a clown. I have invented balloons, and now I'm making animals with them.
Look, there
All
is
in an afternoon.
there is canonically face paint. I am entertaining. And I am also canonically an entertainer. So sorry, I just felt like I should mention that before we get too far into the who's
You
going
didn't
which
want to
way
go
down
to
the
the-
path.
Mines with us?
No.
I mean, I do, but also I secretly am concerned about all of these children being alone and Temerity not being able to handle it, even though I'm sure she can handle it. And I
So
would never.
you're
No,
doubting her
Doubting
ability.
Never.
her ability to take care of
only
these children.
in the deepest part of my head. Yeah.
But okay.
And
And also out loud.
And also
no,
out
I did
loud.
not. Never once out loud. I would not. I have
You
very
did
good
start the
social
conversation
awareness.
with that.
Look,
You recovered afterwards,
Solace
but
is
you did open the conversation with, this seems like a lot for you to handle.
it's a lot of kids. I said it seems like a lot of kids, and it is. It is literally many children. Look, there are reasons why we have rules about providers per child, and I assume your country as well.
No?
Depends on the age group.
No,
We do.
See, there you
There
go.
is.
There you go.
It depends on the age
I'm just
group.
carrying.
If it's toddlers, it's 3. If it's preschool, it's 8. If it's school age, it's 12.
Yeah,
See, I'm carrying the infants. It's fine.
I don't know if towns this small have learned how to unionize like that.
Sorry, do you
Not
guys have
yet.
a union?
What? Not a union thing. It's just how daycare works. It's the law.
Yeah,
See,
but in
see?
order for the law to be made, there needs to be complaints levied against the government, and in this
Nice
case, the
having
government
you.
is the monarchy, and
And then we know how that's gonna go because the monarchy sucks.
Well, no, the monarchy in this country is not that bad. It's the monarchy in the country to the south that's
Well,
less.
we are in
ideal.
Monaco, technically.
Are we?
Yeah,
Are we technically in
Monaco.
Monaco? Oh, I thought we
We're
were
in
oh,
Monaco.
bullsh- Oh,
if we
shit.
go a little further north, though, they're really chill up there. We could just go
We
there.
can just do whatever we
Although
want.
comes with
That's true.
fists.
There are no rules about how many children one person can watch. There are no
No.
rules about nap times or
And
nutrition.
if the kids are lost in the woods, that's up to the woods, and whatever
Like-
happens.
Yeah, I mean, if you know what, if your kid doesn't make it out of the woods, that's a you problem. Better genes next time.
You better take that up with nature.
I guess I'm
I'm gonna
following
stop
Darby
talking.
back now after the steps we wasted to the
Yes, I
north.
can.
You do spot Darby walking with all of the miners back towards town, and all collectively catch up and pick up your pace so that you can get to the front line, where you see another young man with similarly gray-brown skin, very earthen tone, and a shock of green hair on his head covered in soot, who is conversing with somebody else at the front of the pack. And as you all kind of, as an amorphous blob, join him and hover around him, he will stop his conversation and go, can I help you?
Look, I'm not there, but this is the dad of the kid that was hitting Vaughn with the stick. Or, like, chasing him last. The one that last.
You're
stopped
not
chasing-
there, but if you were, there
Okay, I
would be a
apologize.
very familial resemblance.
Cute.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard. Okay.
You have the most information about this.
Hello. Hi. I'm sure
Hello.
it's.
Hi.
I'm sorry. I'm a little thrown off by all of this.
You and me both.
You're the crew chief. The crew chief.
Sure, I'm the crew chief.
Okay. We're looking to go to the mines. Baron told us to talk to you. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. Anyway, the Baron told us to talk to you about going into the mines and getting access to some deeper levels of the mines. Please.
Did he now?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but I am going in the opposite direction of the mines.
Okay. Yes. Is there a way that we could go this evening by ourselves, or would you rather be there?
I wouldn't
Maybe a
recommend
different crew chief.
stumbling around some active mines without a guide or, tools. Are any of you miners?
Oh no, we want to
We're
go.
all adults.
What?
I mean, that is an important distinction. Thank you.
We're hoping to get to the mine. No, the shrine.
The shrine.
Oh my god!
Holy shit.
I'm so confused.
No, I'm so sorry.
We could just come back tomorrow if that's better. Like, I understand this is a lot. We could just come back tomorrow, fresh faced, or maybe we can all speak common a little bit better.
I would be great in Undercommon right now.
I would happily take you to the mines. Maybe not today on account of the fact that it's the end of a long day, and I'd really like to put my feet up. Sorry, you said you were looking for a shrine?
Yes.
All right. Do you know what it is?
I heard that they built a shrine I read in a history book about the
Oh.
mines that after the battle they built a shrine. 1 second, let me just
She whips out the book, starts flipping through.
just let me
There's no way Vaconia didn't take copious notes, let's be honest.
wait, yeah. I was just like pulling my book.
That's actually the problem, is she's got to dig through too many notes. She basically just, shorthanded the
This-
entire book.
Yeah, this one book, it says, there exists within the mines a shrine to Nulgia, a place erected by the townsfolk after invading forces were repelled. Yeah,
It says that in the history books, does it?
yes.
I gotta be honest with you, I ain't really been a part of history very long. Seen maybe 22 odd summers, and maybe 6 of them in the mines, and I personally haven't seen the shrine, but that doesn't mean it's not down there. There's plenty of places that by nature and cave-ins and improper mining, blocked off some paths.
Would you still take us in hopes that perhaps we could look around ourselves? Not that I
I'll
don't believe you.
take you to have a look with some pickaxes and sledges in your hands. You look like you can throw a pickaxe.
I do not want to throw a pickaxe. Can I
could throw a
give
fucking
you money
pickaxe.
instead?
But it looks like you could. Looks like
I do.
a lot of you could throw around a pickaxe pretty good.
I'm really good at throwing hammers, actually.
I had a feeling about you.
I am happy to throw hammers as well.
I'm saying I'll take you, miss. But I'm not taking you as tourists.
We
Can I
have to
just
work.
give you money instead?
Sure.
Oh,
And then you can work.
You don't have to come if you don't want to, Laconia.
I do want to come because I'm very interested in all of this and I'm part of the group. I just
What
don't
if she
want...
pays someone to? What if she pays someone to also come and they do the work for her?
No, I think if you're gonna come, you're gonna have to hit some rocks.
But I'm not very strong to begin with. I don't even know if I can pick up a pickaxe.
Yeah, it's not all about strength. It's about strategy.
You like
That's
strategy.
dirty.
Oh, yeah, it will be dirty. But even if I were to take you as tourist, you'd be covered in soot the moment you stepped foot.
But why can't I go as a tourist?
Well, because then you might die, and I don't want that on my conscience.
But what if I'm very capable of taking care
Then
of
you
myself?
can swing a pickaxe. Everything is fine.
But I can be very capable and not die as a tourist without swinging a pickaxe.
Feel free to ignore her and continue on with your evening, and we will see you tomorrow.
I bet. We take off north first thing in the morning, just after the sun rises, so make sure you show up in clothes you don't mind getting a little bit dirty.
All right.
I don't own any
Thank
clothes
you.
like that.
Thank you for your
There's
time.
a
sir.
tailor here, Baconia.
Mm.
We can swing
Yep.
by.
You can wear some of mine if you want. I don't care about any of them really.
I look
Except that
so dejected.
You can put your nice oil on it.
I just wouldn't go with oils on because the soot's just gonna stick to you.
It's only little oil. You're only supposed to tap it in certain places, not inhale the whole thing.
That would have been great for my sinuses if I had known that before I was nose deep in the bottle and I'm turning around to walk. I'm not turning around because we were walking that way. I'm
You're
going to continue walking towards Tail.
And Brexley is right there with you, just kind of listening to this exchange with a big grin on his face.
He enjoys flipping Viconia's world upside down.
who amongst us does not enjoy?
I think
But
all
with
of us
this
will
little
enjoy watching her with a
procession
pickle.
of miners, you do make it back to Inmina again. And some of them immediately split off to go towards the community center. As some of them continue and split off to go into homes or houses. Some of them don't even bother and head straight for the fire spitter.
That does sound nice, actually. But I'm not gonna do it. But we should maybe get our stuff. Yeah, I guess we're sleeping Wait, are we sleeping somewhere else tonight?
Is it tonight that they were planning on gathering all of the children?
I thought it was like tonight and the next few nights.
We didn't
It
really
was
ask
tonight,
that.
yes.
Oh, okay.
It was for the next few nights.
Well, if we're going there anyway to get our stuff, I'm gonna have a few drinks maybe because why not?
Today has drink.
It has. Someone is having a real bad time.
So, are you headed back to the fire spitter? Are you packing up your rooms for the night? Are you going to the manor?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm still at the community center with the kids, so I assume I'm probably helping bundle children off to the manor, assuming we've communicated to parents and gotten the proper permission slips.
You are witnessing a bit of confusion as Temerity tries to explain one by one the plan. there does seem to be an uneasiness and an apprehension, but there also is a lot of trust. And it seems that after a few minutes, Temerity manages to convince the lion's share of parents to leave their kids for the night, knowing that they'll be well looked after, and this is a unique situation.
I'm just trying to, like, convince the kids it's a sleepover and that there's nothing to worry about and that's going to be a lot of fun so nobody gets scared. And
Most
hopefully
of them
someone
are
will
very
bring my
excited.
stuff. Yeah. Perfect. I'm doing my job. Hopefully someone will bring my things.
I was gonna say
from the end, yeah.
Assuming we're all sticking together, so.
So you have
Yeah.
returned to the fire spitter to collect your things. Who is going into the girls' room to collect Alice's
I'll
things?
go get it. I'll go get her stuff and my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solace, where's the flower?
The flower is probably under the bed, and it's in a little, like, I've made a little water skin kind of thing.
Nope, that's what I needed to know. And it does indeed confirm that when you go to push into your room with the mind of collecting things, Viconia, you see a large satyr sat on one of the beds, sort of sprawled back, flipping through what looks to be a personal journal.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
And
Please not mine.
As the door
Please not
opens,
mine.
like, he'll just pull his eyes over the top of the journal and say, "Oh, it would be you, wouldn't it?"
Hello to you too.
Imagine my surprise after finally making it back here to find myself just in some weird bodunk room, nobody familiar in sight, and nothing but sensitive reading materials to pass the time with.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you were just going to pop up. Wait.
Oh, thank you for apologizing. It does mean a lot to me. Now, where are we going?
We're going. Oh. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting this. It's a lot all at once. But hello, welcome back. Sorry, you're in a very nice room.
Well, ish.
Really? Just ish? Why do you think ish? And I'm gonna start looking around because I thought it was kind of nice.
Yeah, it's a little. I believe the word I used was hodunk.
All this time sleeping outside has clouded Viconia's judgment.
Yeah, she's just realizing that. She's like.
You're right, there's dust on the mantle.
She snapped back to her senses.
The tub is in the same room. That doesn't leave much for privacy.
My mind has been clouded.
I can tell. Now, why don't you gather your things? And we were going somewhere to do something? Of course.
Yeah, what are you reading, by the way?
Don't worry about it. And he snaps it shut.
Does it have a name on it?
Disappears.
Damn it. Okay. You know what? As I start packing up the stuff, I just explain to him the whole thing.
He will eventually help, and his version of helping is he will nudge a bag closer to the door every once in a while. If he thinks you've put it in a not good spot, he just gently shoves it with his foot.
And then I look at Solus's bag as well as my own bag. I pick up my bag and then I look at him and I go, "Can you carry that, please?"
No. And he'll go to leave. As he steps out of the room, you watch the satyr form fall away, and it is that long-haired brunette man.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
have
see if I share my lavender oil with you.
It's mostly just traveling clothes and 3 or 4 satin dresses I bought
It would have been nice if you would have.
And
It's just
several
all
cool
of my
rocks that she's
belongings that
found.
I care about.
There,
very
there are a
deeply.
lot of rocks. Look, you pick it up and it's heavy. It's heavier on the inside. It's way
So
heavier than-
anyway, I walk downstairs with everybody and go, look who I found.
Or more accurately, look who found you. You're missing someone.
She's with the kids
With the
at the
cheese?
thing.
I definitely heard
She's with the kids at the community center.
Ah. How gross. All right, we were going to somewhere better, yes?
You know we're going to stay in the same place as a bunch of kids for the night, right?
Oh. Gross.
Yeah. I'm staying outside, but
I will find myself a place pleasant enough. I just wanted to make sure I caught up with you now that I'm back in comfy cozy here.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah.
Thank
where is
you.
that?
It's good to be back.
I check
sure
on
it
the
is.
flower.
Hmm?
I check on the flower.
It is fully bloomed.
Ooh.
Small little handheld blossom with white leaves and a black center.
I'm gonna pet one of the petals with my finger. Just one.
It's very
Potter
soft.
loses an arm.
his arm just falls off.
Snaps.
This is what I get. This is what I get for leaving you guys unattended. People are poking my flower.
I'm poking the flower.
I'm just gonna pick up as many bags as I can reasonably carry and just
It's all of them.
that's all of them and start for the door.
So Darby goes for the door. And the rest of you going as well?
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah, I suppose. Welcome back, Calder. And if it's any consolation, we are heading off into we're taking a lovely tourist trip through the mines tomorrow morning.
That sounds delightful. I'm sure it will come as no surprise that I will not be participating.
I figured as much.
But, perhaps before you go, you and I could have a chat?
Yeah. Yeah, we can.
Once the kids are asleep, as it were.
Fair enough.
Well, to this much fancier, nicer place full of gross children?
I clean them. They're not gross anymore.
Oh, they're
Once-
gross.
Once I get outside, I'm going to call Christian so I can maybe offload some of the bags and not carry them all.
You started your walkout feeling pretty confident, and you made it down the stairs onto the roadway, and you just
It's a lot with
One
the
trip.
armor and the bags.
Yep.
We make one trip.
No, they will die before they make 2 trips.
But you can offload some on Christian, and then your little procession begins to head up towards that little country house manor, where you can also see in the distance Solace helping to usher a pair of kids into that brightly lit manor, who take off giggling and laughing, and already it does seem like a home full of chaos, as at least a dozen kids are corralled inside. The 5 of you will be joining them for at least some of the evening. But this is where we are going to end today. Because some people have to work, and I have to pee so badly.
Yeah. that one.
And
Yeah,
I will open up
so badly.
few channels just to, settle in, have the night, and then we will pick this up very soon.
Yay.
Nice.
Yay, soon!
Hell yeah.
Yay, soon!
Yay,
All right, welcome back,
soon.
everybody. We'll talk soon. I gotta go pee. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.